It's hard to tire of Santa Barbara's beautiful Spanish colonial architecture and easy to stroll downtown, but the adorable towns, vineyard-filled valleys, and impressive state and national parks that surround the city shouldn't be missed. Leave plenty of time in your itinerary to explore the city, but don't forget to set aside a few days for some out-of-town detours. Here are the best day trips from Santa Barbara. 1. Channel Islands National Park. Don't let Channel Islands National Park loiter for too long on your lifetime to-do list. This off-the-beaten-path national park is easier to access than you might think, and the payoff is immense. Imagine hiking, kayaking, scuba diving, camping and whale watching, and doing it all amid a raw, edge-of-the-world landscape. Rich in unique flora and fauna, tide pools and kelp forests, the islands are home to 145 plant and animal species found nowhere else in the world, earning them the nickname, California's Galapagos. How to get to Channel Islands National Park from Santa Barbara, Anacapa and Santa Cruz, the park's most popular islands, are an hour's boat ride from Ventura, about 30 miles south of Santa Barbara. It's an easy 40-minute drive, or Amtrak's Coast Starlight and Pacific Surfliner trains also operate several times daily. 2. Santa Barbara Wine Country. Oak-dotted hillsides, winding country lanes, rows of grapevines stretching as far as the eye can see, it's hard not to gush about Santa Barbara's wine country. With more than 100 local wineries, visiting can seem daunting, but the Santa Ynez Valley's 5 small towns, Los Olivos, Solvang, Buellton, Santa Ynez and Ballard, are all clustered within 10 miles of one another, so it's easy to stop, shop and eat whenever and wherever you like. Santa Barbara's wine country is made for do-it-yourself exploring. Locals here are friendly, from longtime landowners and farmers displaying small-town graciousness to vineyard owners who fled big cities to follow their passion and who will happily share their knowledge and intriguing personal histories in intimate vineyard tasting rooms. If you can't stay a night or two, then a half-day trip will allow you to see one winery or tasting room, have lunch and return to Santa Barbara. Otherwise, make it a full day and plan to have lunch and possibly dinner before returning to the city. How to get to Santa Barbara Wine Country. From Santa Barbara, you can drive to Wine Country in less than an hour. Santa Ynez Valley Transit runs local buses equipped with bike racks on a loop around Buellton, Solvang, Santa Ynez, Ballard and Los Olivos. Full-day wine tasting tours booked through operators in Santa Barbara average $125 to $175 per person. 3. Hearst Castle. Hearst Castle is a wondrous, historic, over-the-top homage to material excess, perched high on a hill. The estate sprawls across acres of lushly landscaped gardens, accentuated by shimmering pools and fountains, statues from ancient Greece and Moorish Spain and the ruins of what was in newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst's day the world's largest private zoo. Look for zebras grazing on the hillsides of neighboring Hearst Ranch. From the 1920s into the 40s, Hearst and Marion Davies, his longtime mistress, Hearst's wife, refused to grant him a divorce, entertained a steady stream of the era's biggest movers and shakers. Invitations were highly coveted, but Hearst had his quirks, he despised drunkenness, and guests were forbidden to speak of death. California's first licensed female architect, Julia Morgan, based the main building, Casa Grande, on the design of a Spanish cathedral, and over the decades she catered to Hearst's every design whim, deftly integrating the spoils of his fabled European shopping sprees, including artifacts from antiquity and pieces of medieval monasteries. How to get to Hearst Castle. Hearst Castle is in San Simeon, 136 miles from Santa Barbara. The drive takes about 2 hours and 20 minutes. 4. Ojai. Hollywood director Frank Capra chose the Ojai Valley to represent the mythical Shangri-La in his 1937 movie Lost Horizon. Today Ojai, pronounced Ojai, from the Chumash word for moon, attracts artists, organic farmers, spiritual seekers and anyone ready to indulge in day spa pampering. Ojai is famous for the rosy glow that emanates from its mountains at sunset, the so-called pink moment. Arcade Plaza, a maze of Mission Revival-style buildings on Ojai Avenue, downtown's main drag, is stuffed with gifty boutiques. First-rate organic, sustainable and local ingredients are part of everyday culinary life here, and in keeping with the city's bohemian, hippie vibe, vegetarians and vegans will revel in the options available. How to get to Ojai. Ojai is a 34-mile drive from Santa Barbara. The journey takes about 50 minutes. 5. Solvang. Statues of the Little Mermaid and Hans Christian Andersen in the middle of wine country can only mean one thing: Solvang. A Danish village founded in 1911 beside a 19th-century Spanish colonial mission, this Santa Ynez Valley town holds tight to its Danish heritage. With its knick-knack stores and cutesy motels, the town is almost as cloying as the Scandinavian pastries for which it's famed. But some newer establishments are toning down the kitsch and upping the coolness factor. How to get to Solvang. Solvang is 35 miles from Santa Barbara, and the drive time is around 45 minutes. 6. Malibu. In the far western reaches of Los Angeles, Malibu enjoys near-mythical status thanks to its large celebrity population. It's been celeb central since the 1930s, and the incredible beauty of its 27 miles of coastal mountains, pristine coves, wide sweeps of golden sand and epic waves. Despite its wealth and star quotient, the best way to appreciate Malibu is through its natural assets, so grab your sunscreen and a towel and head to the beach, or lace up for an idyllic hike. How to get to Malibu. Malibu is 67 miles from Santa Barbara, and the drive takes an hour and 15 minutes. 7. San Luis Obispo. Almost midway between LA and San Francisco, San Luis Obispo, SLO, is a popular overnight stop for road trippers. SLO may not have any big-ticket sites, unless you count the Spanish colonial mission and the kooky Madonna Inn, but this refreshingly low-key city does have an enviably high quality of life, helped along by Cal Poly University students who inject a healthy dose of hubbub into the streets, bars and cafes. Thursday is a great day to be in SLO. The farmers market turns downtown's Higuera Street into a party with live music and sidewalk BBQs. There's also excellent eating and drinking courtesy of local chefs, craft breweries and the vineyards of the nearby Edna Valley. How to get to San Luis Obispo. It's a 95-mile drive between Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo, which takes about an hour and 35 minutes. 8. Montaña de Oro State Park. In spring, the hillsides of Montaña de Oro State Park are blanketed by bright native poppies, wild mustard and other wildflowers, giving the park its Spanish name, meaning, Mountain of Gold. Wind-tossed coastal bluffs with wild, wide-open sea views make this a favorite spot with hikers, mountain bikers and horseback riders. The northern half of the park features sand dunes and an ancient marine terrace visible because of seismic uplifting. How to get to Montaña de Oro State Park. Montaña de Oro State Park is near San Luis Obispo. It's a 107-mile drive from Santa Barbara, clocking in at 2 hours. 9. Hollywood. No other corner of LA is steeped in as much mythology as Hollywood. It's here that you'll find the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Capitol Records Tower and TCL Chinese Theater, where the hand and footprints of entertainment deities are immortalized in concrete. If you want to find this area's wilder side, head to Griffith Park. 5 times the size of New York's Central Park and home to the Griffith Observatory, Greek Theater and Autry Museum, LA's communal backyard covers more than 4,300 acres of land, with over 50 miles of hiking trails. It's where you'll find the LA Zoo, quaint train museum travel town and the richly festooned, 1926 vintage Griffith Park merry-go-round, frequented by Walt Disney and his young daughters and the reputed inspiration for his future Anaheim theme park. How to get to Hollywood. Hollywood is 90 miles down US 101 from Santa Barbara. The drive takes an hour and a half, but beware of LA's notorious traffic snarls.